What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I got a quick video for you guys. Wanted to talk about Skyy Clark and his decommitment from Kentucky and what that means for both Skyy Clark himself and Kentucky. But before I get into that, I just wanted to quickly say that I apologize for the lack of activity on this channel here the last few weeks. It's me and my brother that run this channel, and we've had some stuff come up here that is a lot more important than trying to manage a small YouTube channel. And so we're just trying to get through that. Give us a couple weeks and hopefully we can kind of get back on track. We're normally really good at responding to comments. We love responding to comments and interacting with you guys, and like I said, we hope to get back to that here soon. And so with that being said, just leave your thoughts on this comment on this video below and we'll get to them. And so with that being said, let's get into Skyy Clark now. So Skyy Clark recently decommitted from Kentucky. This came as a huge shock to me, and I'm sure it shocked a lot of other people as well, as it seemed to come out of nowhere. Skyy Clark was committed to Kentucky for a very long time. I believe he first committed to Kentucky, and I want to say it was like October of 2020. So that was very early in his recruiting process. He's been committed to them for a long time, and he could have easily drug out the recruiting process a lot longer, but I guess he thought he was getting it out of the way by committing to Kentucky. And normally when a player commits to a school that early, it kind of locks that player in and lets the school build the rest of their recruiting class, and if they're a high enough or good enough recruit, they'll kind of build their recruiting class and their roster around that player. And so with Skyy Clark being committed, gives them kind of a point guard, shooting guard, combo guard type guy that they could build around. But as this recruiting class came together, as their roster has come together here in the last year, they've got some transfers, they got some recruits in, and it just looks like for Skyy, it would have been very hard to get probably consistent minutes at Kentucky next year. He would have really had to have fought for those minutes and earned them. And some people really look forward to that challenge, and other people are thinking more in terms of, I got to do what's best for my career and my family. He's probably got hopes of being a one and done type guy, and if you come into college and maybe have a higher learning curve or aren't adapting to the game as maybe quickly as you would like to, you could be seeing or riding the bench for a while or not seeing consistent minutes. That could really hurt your draft stock and hurt your chances of being a one and done type guy, and hurt your chances of potentially making millions of dollars to help your family. And so I don't blame him at all for wanting to try look for a situation where he could potentially be a consistent starter and a high impact guy at another university. I don't blame him for wanting to do that and do what's best for him. Does it leave Kentucky a little high and dry with this decommitment so late in the recruiting process, and him being committed for so long and thinking they had him? A little bit, but with the transfer portal these days, any school like Kentucky can fill some roster needs pretty quickly. And so I'm not too worried about Kentucky. They got guys like Shaden Sharp and Severe Wheeler and all those guys. They got plenty of guys they can fill those minutes with. And so I think Skyy was just doing what's best for him, and I think it could help both parties, I guess, in the long run. Now, as far as what options or what schools Skyy Clark could be looking at, I believe his final 4 schools he had his list down to was UCLA, Kentucky, Memphis, and UNC. And so obviously Kentucky's off that list now with the decommitment. That could leave potentially 3 schools from those final 4 if those are still schools he's interested in. Starting with UCLA, it'll be fun to see him play with Amari Bailey next year, but that's another school that has a lot of guards already on their roster, a lot of established talent, and it could be another situation where he may not get consistent minutes at UCLA right away. And also he played in California for a while in high school, moved out to Tennessee, I believe, and now has been playing at Montverde. So the West Coast connection, I don't know if it's really there anymore, if that's where he wants to be. And so I think UCLA could be a school that could be ruled out. I don't know if there's a high chance he ends up there. Then at Memphis has really put together something here late in the season. They were looking pretty bleak, I guess, most of the season, and now I think they've won 10 of their last 11. They're going to be in the NCAA tournament. Penny Hardaway has kind of turned that around and got some momentum going for the program. Not exactly sure who they got coming in and who will be on the roster again next year, but I think that it would be a good fit for him. I think that Penny could teach him some things. I think that Memphis has lacked some guard play this year, or hasn't got the most consistent guard play, especially when they were struggling this year. And so him coming in could be a big lift to them, and I think he could have a role on that team if things played out right for him. And then UNC, I'm a UNC fan, would love to see him play for the Tar Heels, but it's a whole new coaching staff, or obviously Roy Williams is no longer there, who was the coach when he made that Final Four, and so I'm not sure if that connection is still there. Another school that I've heard floated around for Skyy is Tennessee. His family, I guess, has moved out to Tennessee when he went to whatever school that was in Tennessee that he went to in high school. And so it would be a good look for him to go there. Kennedy Chandler is there now, and he'll be someone who declares for the draft, and so he could kind of slide into that role, fill Kennedy Chandler's minutes pretty easily, and I think he could do a similar job to him. Kennedy Chandler is going to be someone who's going to go in the first round, and so if he plays up to his potential there, then I think that could be a good look for him, and I think he could easily achieve what he wants in being a one-and-done type recruit. Overall, I was shocked with Skyy Clark's decommitment. I did not see it coming. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people did, but I think in the long run, I think it's going to be best for both parties for him to go his own way and find his own path somewhere else. I think Kentucky will be just fine. I think Skyy Clark will be just fine, and he'll do what's best for him. And so we'll see what that ends up being, whether it be one of those colleges I talked about, or even potentially a pro opportunity could be there for him as well. We'll have to see. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Skyy, his game, where he'll end up, all that stuff in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys later.